Yes guys, welcome back to another video on the channel, and today welcome to game week 26 of the Premier League predictions. There are a lot of games to predict, so let's get straight into it. Right then, so the first game comes from the London Stadium as West Ham United take on Newcastle. Now West Ham with a 2-2 draw against Leicester, and Newcastle with a big victory over Aston Villa. So one team won, one team drew. I just want to speak about West Ham for a few seconds. They really are struggling at the moment. West Ham, they're winning games, but they're not winning them quite comfortably. If you get what I mean, West Ham aren't themselves at the moment, and Newcastle, Kieran Trippier's out for the rest of the season, which is a massive loss for them. But, they've got some other good players. So Maximan, Wilson, Joe Linton, Ryan Fraser, Bruno Gimares. I think Newcastle are going to get a point. I don't think they'll win, but I think I think Newcastle will draw. West Ham 2, Newcastle 2 all. Alright then, so the next game is Arsenal against, I was about to say Aston Villa. It's Arsenal versus Brentford. Brentford, they got a 0-0 draw against Crystal Palace, but apparently the game was really boring. So yeah, not really much to comment on that game. Arsenal, obviously, their last game was 2 weeks ago as they beat Wolves 1-0. I didn't watch the game, but what I was hearing, apparently Wolves created some few chances. Arsenal, apparently their goal was quite an easy goal, just quite crap defended by Wolves. But Arsenal, they'll probably win this one against Brentford. They're not doing too great. I reckon Brentford could sneak a goal from somewhere, but I'm going to say a 2-1 home win for the Gunners. Alright then, so the next game comes from the South Coast, if this game goes ahead, because the weather down south is quite bad. It's Brighton versus Burnley, and obviously, hopefully this game does go ahead, obviously due to storm, I can't remember what the storm's called. Apparently due to the storm, obviously Bournemouth v Forest is off tonight, so hopefully this game does go ahead tomorrow. If it does, I'm going to get straight into it. I'm going to say 1-1. The reason why I'm saying 1-1, I just think Burnley, they played against Liverpool, and I know they lost 2-0, but Burnley actually played all right, and again against Man United, so I reckon Burnley will get a point out of this. So yeah, I'm going to say 1-1. Alright then, so the next game is Crystal Palace against Chelsea. Now, Palace, they are probably going to lose because they have no Conor Gallagher and no Mark Guehi, as both of them are on loan from a club called Chelsea. And who's playing Chelsea this weekend? Crystal Palace. So they cannot play. And that is a really big loss for Crystal Palace. But, they've still got the likes of Zaha, Benteke, Elisa. They've still got some good players in their side, Palace. I reckon Palace could maybe score, I reckon Palace could get a goal, but I don't know. You know what? I'm going to say 3-0 Chelsea. I think Chelsea, their defence is quite strong. Mendy's a good keeper. I think Palace, they'll create a lot of opportunities, but I reckon it'll be a good day for Chelsea and Senegal keeper Edouard Mendy. 3-0 Chelsea. Arriving to the next game comes from Anfield as Liverpool take on Norwich. Obviously, Liverpool with a 2-0 win against Inter Milan in the Champions League in midweek. I watched that game, and if I really have to be honest, I generally think Inter were the better side. They created some really good chances, but it's just defensively for the Italians. They just gave Liverpool 2 goals, if I have to be honest. But the first one was good movement by Firmino, and the second one, what was that defended by Inter? But Norwich, they lost 4-0 to Manchester City last week. A disappointing result for them. Obviously, everyone knew City were going to win that one, and everyone knows that Liverpool are going to win this one. Liverpool 5, Norwich 0. 5-0 to Liverpool. Alright then, so the next game comes from the South Coast, and again, hopefully this game goes ahead due to the storm. I'm actually quite looking forward to this game. It's Southampton against Everton, 2 sides who are doing quite good at the moment. Southampton, their last match was a draw, in fact, against Manchester United, And I saw the equaliser for Southampton. That was an absolutely outstanding finish. But I think it was Che Adams who scored, the ex-Birmingham City man. Obviously for Everton, they got a quite comfortable 3-0 win against Leeds United. A very good performance by the Toffees last week. But can the Toffees get another 3 points at the South Coast at the South Coast tomorrow? I reckon it will be quite difficult. The weather down at the South Coast, I probably won't be surprised if it's similar up in Merseyside, but there has been a lot of wind at Southampton, like down near Southampton. The weather's been quite bad there. There's been red warnings, so will Everton be used to that kind of weather? But they might be, but I don't really know, to be fair. But I reckon this will be quite a good game. But I think one player to look out for, I think it has to be Richarlison. I think Richarlison, Everton, their attacking line is very good. They've got Dele Alli, Donny van der Beek. They've got Richarlison, Dominic Calvert-Lewin. They've got some really good players, Everton, in the attack. Defensively, their defence is starting to improve. But Everton, keep an eye on number 8 for Southampton, James Ward-Prowse. And also keep an eye on Armando Broja as well. And also Stuart Armstrong. Those 3 players have been very impressive recently for Southampton in the matches against Spurs and against Manchester United. Those 3 have been very good. And I reckon this will be quite a close one. But I think Everton are going to sneak a win by the nick of their teeth. I'm going to say Southampton 1, Everton 2. 2-1 win for the Toffees. Alright then, so the next game, it is the VAR derby, as Cody, I know you like to call it. But anyway, the next game is Manchester City against Tottenham. It is the current leaders of the Premier League against Bottle FC, because we have been absolutely dog shite recently. We have been terrible. We've lost 3 Premier League games in a row. We've lost to Chelsea, we lost to Southampton, and also we lost to Wolves. And the 2 most recent games, Southampton and Wolves, Spurs have been shocking, especially defensively. How Conte is still at this club baffles me. Well, my dad just had to come in there. And obviously, as I was saying, how is Antonio Conte still at this club? It really does baffle me. But anyway, obviously, Southampton, we just got absolutely battered. They had all the possession. We just got battered. And against Wolves, I know I didn't watch it, but still, I know apparently we created a few chances, but still, Hugo Lloris, mate. The first goal could have easily caught the ball, but then decides to absolutely just try and punch the ball. Like, what are you doing? And the second goal, stupid pass to Davis. Davis just absolutely whacks it to no one. They just get the ball and score. And it's just so annoying because we're playing Man City and we're going to get battered. Because Man City, they won 5-0. 5-0 against Sporting. And Sporting, they had a very good Champions League group stages. And City put 5 past them like they're bloody, I don't know, the worst team in Portugal. We're just going to get absolutely battered. I'm sorry, Spurs are going to get battered. I reckon we could get a goal from somewhere though, but we're still going to get battered. Man City 3, Tottenham 1, 3-1 to Man City. Alright then, so the next game is the Roses derby as Leeds United take on Manchester United. And obviously, this is a derby, and obviously these two did meet on the first game of the season, and and Manchester United won 5-0. That was without Cristiano Ronaldo. United, their last match was a win against Brighton. Obviously, after this game, Manchester United have a trip to Atletico Madrid in the Champions League. So they really have got there's pressure because they play Atletico Madrid next, and Athletic, you know, they'll probably be watching that game, and they'll probably be thinking, oh, who are the key players? Obviously, one of them will be Ronaldo, and you know, for Leeds, they'll want to beat United. This is a derby. United, they got the next 2 matches for Manchester United are crucial. They got this game on Sunday, and then the game in the Champions League against Atletico Madrid. United, I reckon, you know, against Brighton, obviously Ronaldo scored. I didn't watch the game, but I didn't really hear much about it. Leeds, they got pretty much battered by Everton. So I think Leeds will be up for this, but my mate Ollie, I think, who is going to the game, he says that Leeds' defence is shocking. But anyway, I'm going to say Leeds 1, Manchester United 2. I reckon Leeds will get a goal from somewhere, but it will be 2 goals for a man who does this. Woo! 2-1 to Manchester United. Alright then, so the next game and the final game of, it's Wolves versus Leicester. And obviously Leicester, they played last night and they won 4-1 in the Europa Conference League against Danish side Landers. And it was a very good performance by Leicester, but can they beat their local Midlands rivals, Wolves, on Sunday at Molineux? It will be a tough game for Leicester. Obviously, you know, they've just, you know, I think the game against Randers, you know, Leicester, you know, they'll want to bring that performance to the game at Molineux on Sunday. Wolves, I can't even, what was Wolves? Oh yeah, Wolves, their last match, a 2-0 win against Spurs. We just gave them 2 goals, to be fair. So, and also Wolves defensively did very well to deny us from scoring. So yeah, Leicester though, their attack is quite strong. You know, but I think 2 players to look out for is Harvey Barnes and James Maddison. Those 2 against Randers did alright, to be fair. But Wolves, you know, I reckon that, I don't know, this will be a really close game to call. It could go either way. But I'm going to say 2-1 to Wolves. I just think Wolves will nick it because Leicester defensively, they seem to struggle, and I know they played Randers, but Randers is just a random Danish side. If you probably compare Wolves to Randers, Wolves are probably better. I'm going to say 2-1 to Wolves, but yeah, 2-1 Wolves. Alright then, so we got 4 games that have been rescheduled, and one of them is Burnley against Tottenham. Obviously, we take on Manchester City tomorrow, and yeah, if we lose to Man City, and I swear to God, if we lose to Burnley, I'm just good. I've got Tottenham stuff all around me. I'm just going to rip it all off if I have to be honest. Because I know we're probably going to lose to Man City, but we cannot be losing to Burnley. If we lose to Burnley, I am going to cry. Because we should not be losing to a team like Burnley. To be fair though, we have played at their place this season and we won 1-0 in the Carabao Cup. We won 1-0 in the Carabao Cup, and Burnley were quite good in that game. But I don't know. We were supposed to be playing. We were supposed to play them in the league and got called off due to the snow, like back in like December time. But we really have to win this game. Every Spurs fan know that we're going to get battered tomorrow against Man City. So we just need to win this game. If we lose against Man City and Burnley, we can pretty much say Spurs will not be getting Champions League. We can just say that. But Burnley, I don't know, they're quite alright, but oh man, I don't know. I think if I just predict, you know what? 2-1 Spurs. 2-1 to Spurs. I think we're going to do it, but I generally won't be surprised if we lose. 2-1 to Spurs, and I beg that we win. Alright then, so the next game, to calm me down a bit, is Watford against Crystal Palace. Obviously, again, that got postponed due to high cases of COVID, and it's Will Hughes' return to Vicarage Road. By the way, I just want Ben Foster to get Will Hughes on the vlog, to be honest. But, you know, Watford, you know, they got... Who have Watford got now? Oh, they got Aston Villa, and, you know, they'll probably lose that game, to be fair, Watford. But, you know, the good thing is for Palace, that means Gueye and Gallagher will be back for this game at Vicarage Road. Watford, you know, can they win? For me, I don't think so. I'm going to say 2-0 to Palace. Alright then, so the next game is Liverpool against Leeds United. Again, they got postponed again due to COVID. And, Leeds, they got Manchester United and then they got Liverpool. So, blooming out. Anyway, but Leeds, they probably will lose. Liverpool will win because, Liverpool, they're just on fire. They're too good, Liverpool. Liverpool 3, Leeds 0, 3-0. Alright then, and the final game then is Arsenal against Wolves. Another game that got postponed due to COVID. Wolves, obviously they played Arsenal a few weeks ago and they lost 1-0. So what will happen what will happen against Arsenal on Thursday? I think Thursday this game's happening at the Emirates. Arsenal, obviously they got Brentford tomorrow. They'll probably will win that game. But Wolves defensively, obviously, as I said, they did all right to keep out Spurs from scoring. But Arsenal, to be fair, the goal that they conceded against Arsenal at Molineux was absolutely terrible. It was just literally the ball just came through. I think it was just like a tapping or something. But Wolves, I reckon they'll get a goal from somewhere. But I'm going to say a 2-1 home win for Arsenal. Arsenal 2, Wolves 1, 2-1 to Arsenal. Alright then, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Smash a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.